our last homework problem. We're still solving using substitution method. This one's a little bit different because we're dealing with the fraction. We went over this today in class. So I'm going to work with that first equation. 2/3 x plus y is equal to 13. And what I asked you guys to do, or what we suggested, was you find the least common denominator. And the least common denominator in this question is going to be 3. It's the only denominator we have. This one has a denominator of 1 and that has a denominator of 1. Take that denominator and multiply it by, or the LCD, and multiply it by every term in your problem. What this will allow us to do is it'll allow us to get rid of the fraction. 2x plus, nothing cancels here, so 3y equals, nothing cancels here, 39. And there's my new equation 1. Okay? So now, I'm going to work with this one, but I still don't have a variable by itself yet. And it's going to be difficult to get one by itself in this problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at equation number 2, and we're going to go negative x plus 2y is equal to 5. And this is the variable that I want to solve for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add x to both sides, and that will leave me with 2y is equal to x plus 5. And then I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides, and I'm left with 2y minus 5 is equal to x. So now I know what x is. Alright, continuing. I'm going to switch equations. I just used equation 2, so now I'm going to go back to equation 1. But it's going to be this equation 1. 2x plus 3y is equal to 39. And I know that x is, so this is x, and that's going to go right here. So it's 2 times 2y minus 5 is 2 times 2y minus 5 plus 3y is equal to 39. I distribute 4y minus 10 plus 3y is equal to 39. I need to get the y's together before I can solve. 7y minus 10 is equal to 39. So now I'm going to add 10 to both sides. 7y is equal to 49. Divide by 7. Y is equal to 7. So I have my y value. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to switch equations. Right? So I'm going to go back. I just used equation 1, so I'm going to go back and use equation 2. And what's equation 2? That's going to be minus x plus 2y is equal to 5. And I'm going to use the fact that y is equal to 7. So I'm going to plug that in. I have minus x plus 2 times 7 is equal to 5. So negative x plus 14 is equal to 5. Subtract 14 from both sides. Negative x is equal to, this becomes a negative 9. And then x is going to equal, by changing the signs, 9. Right? Now we want to check. And what do I want to check? I want to check x equals 9 and y is equal to 7. Oh, and by the way, put the answer together. There it is. All right. I'm going to switch equations. So now I'm going to go back to equation 1. But this time, when you check, you're going to go back to the original equation. Because if we made a mistake transferring or changing the equation, it may work here. Oops, let me bring this back. So we're going to go back to the original equation, which is right there. So we go back to the original equation. If we made a mistake when we changed it, the answers may work here, but not here. So it's important that if you do change an equation, by clearing the fraction, we go back to the original when we check it. So here we go. The original was 2/3 x plus y is equal to 13. Plugging in my value, I get 2/3 of 9 plus 7 has to be 13. All right, 2/3. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 2 times 3, 6 plus 7 is equal to 13. And 13 is equal to 13. So it checks. And we're good.